Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of the Topping Show is proudly sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency IT security. Heck, I see their founder at least twice a day. Guys, he's quite handsome and brilliant. He's me, you see, that's the joke. If you're an IT leader or a business owner, you can reach out to the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Also, still trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button and tell your friends, I would greatly appreciate it. Now, going to the business part of the podcast, you have Ford putting the brakes on their EV SUV and delaying their EV plant as the demand dwindles more and more and more, and consumers shift more and more to hybrids as their preferred mode of transportation. Granted, those do have the side effect of making you feel like you're mostly dead inside, but some people do prefer it. Though, of course, there's me. Every car would have, what do they have? Well, at least 3 pedals, of course, manual transmission, maybe a V8 or a V10 or V12. That would truly make America great again, though. I partially digress. This comes to us thanks to CNBC, specifically Michael Wayland, who is a writer over there. Though before we dive into that, this data caused their stock to jump a little bit by the news. Not dramatically, but 1.59%. Granted, by the time this video is rendered and uploaded, the stock will change because that's what the stock market does. Also, appreciate the comments and the feedbacks. I know I speak way too fast. It's how I've been my whole life. However, I am slowly but surely trying to get better on that. So if you click the subscribe button, it would help me with that endeavor, as I have a theory: the more people who subscribe, the better my speaking has become. It's been proven to be true thus far. Been a modicum of improvement. Some might argue just a little bit, but if you can click that button, again, I would greatly appreciate it as I continue to make the show better and better. Now, in terms of the stock going up, it went a little bit, about 1%. Earlier this week, it's gone up about 4%, but overall, not doing great. Still $10.85 per share. Didn't help that last fiscal quarter, they spent $800 million on warranty work to repair terrible vehicles that they manufactured. Now, in terms of 5-year stock, it's a little better than most, up 23.72%. 1 year, though, is down 9.36%. Year to date is down 10.77%. And 1 month, that's where the pain, 6 months, down 10.63% as well. 1 month, that's where the pain really starts to be applied. And again, I suspect partially because of that warranty work, is down at 23.16%. Though the dividend yield is still 5.53%, though again, not financial advice. Granted, if I was a magic genie, I would have invested in Tesla decades ago, but partially digress. Going back to the article, again by Michael Wayland, they say, quote, Ford delays new EV plant and cancels a €3 SUV as it shifts strategy. They say vehicle production at the new plant in Tennessee was initially expected to begin next year. The company said it expects to begin battery cell production at that site in 2025. Ford CFO John Lawler said the shifts are meant to deliver a capital-efficient, profitable EV business, which, again, Ford lost $132,000 per EV sold in fiscal Q2, which is better than 200K plus is earlier. So they're moving in the right direction, though they're still bleeding a lot of money. Thank God for the Ford F-150, 250, 350, Banana Falcon, whatever they call those trucks. That's where the real money and profit center for the business is, as well as the commercial products, which of course are just large gas and diesel trucks as well. And they still make the V8 stick-shift Mustang, so it makes me smile just knowing that they're still dedicated to the sports car. Now they say, quote, and again, reading the room right, Toyota was smart. They were the ones who said this EV thing is people are going all the way all to in. We're going to go invest in hybrid technologies. They're the only company that didn't cower and acquiesce to the big trend of EVs and the government bullying them as much. Because again, Toyota invested more in hybrid technologies than any of those businesses. Guess what's copying them? All the automotive companies are copying Toyota's methodology. And spoiler alert, that's partially what this article is about. Now, they say, quote, instead, Ford said it will be prioritizing the development of hybrid vehicles as well as electrical commercial vehicles. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, it's not supposed to be a joke. Such as the new electric commercial van in 2026, following 2 EV pickups in 2027. The pickups are expected to be full size and will be produced in 2027 at the Tennessee plant that's currently under construction, with a new mid-size truck developed by specialized Skunk Works team in California, which that's just a ripoff of Lockheed Martin, which is perhaps the most successful aerospace defense contractor since the dawn of time. Now, Ford CEO John Lawler also said, quote, as we've learned in the market space, we've seen where people have gravitated, and we're going to focus on where we have competitive advantage, and that's on the commercial land trucks and SUVs, which is true. that's where they really thrive. That's where they're making a lot of their capital. Ford Blue is making a lot of money, which again, Ford Blue is a traditional Ford company with, you know, good old Ford F-150 with gas engine, good Ford Mustang with gas engine and a stick shift. Then you have the Ford Commercial, which again, are the big commercial vehicles. And then you have the Ford EV division, which is still bleeding money. It's not doing great. They say that this new vehicle production facility is going to be a $5.6 billion site in Tennessee. And this is coming as news as they've had decreasing rate of adoption sales in the EV products that they've been selling thus far. So good news for Ford investors and hopefully for Ford employees as they're looking to expand the company into profitable parts of the business and try to move the company in the right direction. Because again, well, especially right now, to me, I think EVs are just a very nice luxury for, I wouldn't consider it a nice luxury because, well, again, only 2 pedals. But for many people, it's just a nice luxury to have because infrastructure isn't blown out, and good luck with that battery replacement in 10 years. Whereas, yeah, good old nice Honda Civic Si, that engine will last darn near 300 plus 1,000 miles. And if it goes bad, heaven forbid, go to the scrapyard or an engine yard and get a new engine for a couple hundred or a couple $1,000, as opposed to batteries, which again cost about 40 to 50% of the value of the car. So to me, that's one of the biggest detriments to the EV adoption rate in the United States is that battery cost, which again, with technology, we may very well see in our lifetime to the price point it gets down to basically relatively nothing. It's not inconceivable, but I'm a little skeptical, especially in the next, you know, couple of years. But perhaps maybe I'm reading the room wrong, and maybe the industry is moving in the wrong direction. Let me know in the comments. Would you, if you had to buy a vehicle right now, what would you buy? Would you buy a good old gas engine, even with a stick shift? Would you buy a hybrid, or would you buy an EV? Let me know in the comments, because as always, it'd be fascinating to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, a thumbs down, or comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.